Okay, so just to go over a little bit about the PAVE document that you've all been given a copy of this morning or yesterday. Well, if you don't already know much about the Alliance, you can see this wonderful array of organizations we have in the Alliance. So in this top section you have the steering group, which is a smaller group, and then the wider Alliance. So we're now up to 39 organizations in the Alliance, which is wonderful. So, the PAVE document, this is basically the outcome of this year. This is what the working groups have been working on all year. We're very proud of this document. The idea of this PAVE is that we leads to a more efficient and effective policy framework for volunteering. It should support and promote volunteers, volunteering and volunteer-involving organizations. But it should also ensure a lasting legacy for the European Year of Volunteering by encouraging all stakeholders to address the shortcomings of current policies. And the policy document addresses all stakeholder groups according to the objectives of the year. So what are some of the recommendations? Well, to all stakeholders. Stakeholders is a word we like to use in Euro lingo, but basically there's also a glossary at the back of this document so you can understand what all these terms mean. But basically our recommendations for all stakeholders is that we work together to support and develop volunteering in Europe. We need to take coordinated action to increase the impact and prevent the duplication of efforts and resources invested. And volunteering promotion implementation involves an inclusive approach as well. So, in establishing the European Year of Volunteering 2011 and issuing the EC communication on volunteering, and as well with the Council conclusions on social policy and sport, volunteering this year has been confirmed as a concern and a priority for the EU. So the Alliance believes that special actions at EU level are needed, however, to support and follow up the European year. So individual member state policies should be coherent and compatible without necessarily harmonizing all of their volunteering policies. For the member states, we recommend that they ensure volunteering policies and strategies are going to create an environment that enables citizens to contribute to a better society through volunteering. So national traditions and contexts should be an essential factor when developing the volunteering environment. And policies should aim to contribute positively to the development of respectful and cohesive societies, communities. Sometimes there's an added value to the services provided by the state. So there should be consultation and collaboration with all relevant stakeholders at the national level, and they should support and recognise and trust the added value of innovative approaches to volunteering. And for social partners, the Alliance has identified several concrete actions that employers and trade unions can develop together in order to support volunteers. It's important to play a role in recognising and supporting volunteering. This can be part of an employee volunteering scheme or an employee's own time. And finally, civil society. This is in fact the group with the closest direct contact with volunteers themselves. They need to ensure that the volunteer and volunteer involving organisation perspective is taken into account. And the Alliance believes that some direct initiatives on the part of civil society would contribute immensely to the improved situation of volunteers in Europe. So they can really set the good practice examples for all other stakeholders and partners. Now really here I've just summarised some of the introductory part of our recommendations, but you'll see in the document that the recommendations are actually very concrete and very specific recommendations. So I do encourage you to look at them in more detail, because this is really an overview that I've given today. But as we are here today to talk about quality, we're going to hand over now to Rob Jackson, who has been the co-chair of the Quality Working Group. And I think, you're going to explain a little bit more about quality and what the working group has done on this. So I'll hand over to Rob. Thank you.